Right, as a result of today's council meeting, a number of issues were discussed which probably warrant further presentation to the community. Probably the first one that comes to mind was the item regarding the DA process within Snowy Valleys Council, and the fact that it's been an issue that's taken a while to be addressed. The process now is in place where we'll get a monthly report on the DAs being handled through the organisation, and the way in which we're dealing with them in a timely manner. It was very refreshing to see the amount of time and effort that the staff put into bringing this report forward so that we can better respond to the community's concerns over the process over a significant amount of time. It's important that our staff get the support that they need to provide the timely responses that are needed under the DA approvals, and it was very rewarding to get that report and see the amount of time and effort that they'd put into
yeah, and I think, Chaff, too, that the one of the great benefits of this is going to be that the staff now have a chain that they can follow. The community members are going to have a better understanding, and even we as the elected representatives can also keep a track on how things are panning out. But an enormous amount of effort was put into it by the staff, and we're truly grateful for that.
That's right, and I think that we'll reap the benefits into the future, and I'm sure the community will see a significant improvement in the process, and the council's made a commitment to provide the resources to achieve those outcomes. So, yeah. So what other issues did you see that we had the MS?
I think one of the really positive ones today was very much about the Tumbarumba Preschool and the fact that council is now committed to providing the land on which that is going to be built. There was a lot of discussion on looking at the two chosen sites, and going forward, I think that it's just going to make such a difference to the community of Tumbarumba. It's been identified for a long time that even being able to access appropriate childcare makes it very difficult across a number of employment areas. So, I think that council came up with a really good choice. We've chosen two sites, and if one isn't exactly what's required, then we have the second one.
We've got an alternative. That's
we
right.
have, yeah. And that commitment has been made to the planning organisation.
And I think it was good to see the discussion within the council regarding the fact that we do cater for different size communities and different needs in our communities, and understand that one size doesn't fit all. So I think the outcome's been very beneficial from the community's point of view, and the way forward has been charted. Obviously, we've got the community group that's running the preschool kindergarten process has got to be successful in getting a grant, and this is one major step towards them being able to make that application.
And I think that the preschool is an example of the community services that are being made available with the support of council, or through the support of council, because that was one of the other reports that we had up today.
And I think one of the things that's come out of it is there's an understanding, certainly within council now, that our role is not necessarily to do it, but it's to be a sponsor of a project, and also supply the necessary help and assistance that these organisations require to make their job easier. So I think that was a very positive outcome of today.
And the services hubs that we also had a report on today as well.
Yep. So there's, I think we're starting to make some significant progress. And the other thing that came out of it was the multi-service outlet issues that dealt with community services generally within our local government area, and the council sort of, as I suppose, made an ongoing commitment to look at the way these services are provided, and to ensure that they continue to be provided in areas where they're not normally provided by private providers.
And I think that that's one of the really important things for us to understand across the Snowy Valleys Council, is that yes, Tumut is the largest centre, and we have a number of commercial childcare centres and even aged care providers and aged care facilities, whereas you go out into some of those smaller regions, and that's where council does actually have a role to play to ensure that those services are going to be delivered into the long term. And, you know, I think the decisions that were made today were really good ones. They give us the opportunity to look at options, but not to impose or enforce anything onto any individual community members.
Now look, it's a positive outcome, and look, we've found over the years that small communities do provide these services very effectively and efficiently within the community, and this was just a reinforcing of that process. So.
It is. It was a good outcome.
Yeah.
Very good outcome.
It was an interesting day. We had some interesting issues to debate, and one thing I think about it was that the outcome, whilst it might not have been to the benefit of everybody or their greatest wish, I think we've come to a reasonably acceptable outcome for the day's activities. So yeah.
And Monday, Chaff, Monday's Anzac Day.
Monday's Anzac Day. Look,
Anzac
and you know,
Day.
it's a day of remembrance. I always find it to be quite a significant day in the calendar. I'm fortunate to have had the experience to go to Gallipoli and to Villers-Brettoneux, and I found that a most moving experience, to be quite honest. And I always look at the sacrifice that's been made in years gone by many and various people to providing the environment we're fortunate enough to live in today. And you only have to look at what's happening in the world today to realise just how fortunate we are.
We do, and we look at those people who are still in the Defence Forces and providing that level of security for us even now. You know, you can't go past what's happening in the Ukraine and imagine what may happen if that was here.
That's right.
But we have many returned servicemen from Afghanistan and Iraq that are doing it really tough, just as our
and we as a nation, we need to
Yep.
show our gratitude for
And
the sacrifice that
Yes.
has been made, you know, so that we can continue to live in the lifestyle that we are fortunate enough to do so.
Yeah. So we encourage everyone to come out and support the
Anzac Day.
Yep.
Go to the march, go to the cenotaph.
Go to the dawn services.
Go to the dawn service. Yeah, look, it's something to really give serious consideration to the fortune that we're lucky to experience.
Thanks, Chaff.
Righto. See you, mate. Ta-da.
Okay, thank you.